The Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change on February 19 sent an office memorandum to all the coastal states describing the procedure for dealing with violation by industries who do not have a valid coastal regulation zone clearance. And with this memorandum, it makes it easier to work for industrial projects started in ecological sensitive coastal areas without a valid prior clearance. Hello everyone, my name is Satyam Shivaj and I am an intern with Lexis and Company. In this video, we will discuss about coastal laws in India. Let's start with what is coastal area. The coastal areas of sea, bay, creeks, river, and backwater, which get influenced by tides up to 500 meter from the high tide line, and the land between low tide line and high tide line have been declared as coastal regulation zone in 1991. Now let's look at the Indian coastal laws. In India, coastal regulation zone rules governs human and industrial activities close to the coastline in order to protect the fragile ecosystem near the sea. They restrict certain kind of activities like large construction, setting up new industries, storage or disposal of hazardous material, mining, reclamation and building within a certain distance from the coastline. After the passing of Environment Protection Act 1986, coastal regulation zone rules were first framed in 1991. After these were found to be restrictive, the center notified new rules in 2011, which also included exemption for the construction of the Navi Mumbai airport and for project of the Department of Atomic Energy. The Coastal Regulation Zone rule for better regulation of development activities, the coastal stretch within 500 meters of high tide line on the landward side are classified into four categories, which are CRG1, CRG2, CRG3 and CRG4. The category 1 CRG1 regulates area that are ecologically sensitive and important such as national park, marine park, sanctuaries, reserve forest, wild habitats, mangroves, areas close to breeding and swapping grounds of fish or other marine life. Areas of outstanding natural beauty, historical and heritage area. Areas rich in genetic biodiversities, areas likely to be inundated due to rise in sea level consequent upon global warming and such areas as may be declared by the authorities in the area between the low tide line and high tide line and provide for no new construction shall be permitted within 500 meter of the high tide line. The category 2 CRG2 regulates the area that have already been developed up to or the shoreline. For this purpose, the developed area is referred to as the area within the municipal limit or in order in other legally designated urban areas which is already substantially built up and which has been provided with drainage and approach road and other infrastructure facilities such as water supply and sewer mains, and administer that the building shall be permitted neither on the seaward side of the existing road or road proposed to approach coastal zone plains or the areas, nor the seaward side of the existing and proposed road. Existing authorized structure shall be subject to the existing local towns and country planning regulation including the existing norms of FIS and FAR. Moreover, the reconstruction of the authorized building to be permitted subject to the existing FSI FAR norms and without change in the existing use, along with the design and construction of building shall be consistent with the surrounding landscape and architectural style. Now let's come to category 3, that is CRG3, which regulates the area that are relatively undisturbed and those which do not belong to either category 1 or 2. These will include coastal zone in areas developed and underdeveloped and also areas within municipal limit or in other legally designated urban areas which are not substantially built up and administered. The area up to 200 meters from the high tide line is to be unmarked as no development zone. No construction shall be permitted in this zone except for repairs of existing authorized structure not exceeding existing FSI, existing planned area and existing destiny house. However, the following use may be permissible in the zone: agriculture, horticulture, gardens, pasture, park, playfield, forestry and salt manufacturing from seawater. And the development of vacant plots between 200 and 500 meters of high tide line is designated areas of CRG3. with prior approval of Ministry of Environment and Forest, permitted for construction of hotel, beach resort for temporary occupation of tourists and visitors. Along with the reconstruction of dwelling units between 200 meter and 500 meter of the high tide line is permitted so as long as it is within the ambit of traditional rights and customary usage such as existing fishing villages and botans. Now let's come to category 4, that is CRG4, which regulates the coastal stretch in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep and Small Island, except those designated as CRG1, CRG2 and CRG3, and also administer the Andaman and Nicobar Island. Along with these regulations, CRG prohibits some action which are as follows. First, setting up of new industries and expansion of existing industries, except those directly related to water, front or directly needing foreshore facilities. Second, the manufacture or handling of disposable of hazardous substances. Third, setting up and expansion of fish processing units, including warehousing, excluding hatchery and natural fish drying in permitted areas. Fourth, setting up an expansion of units mechanism for disposal of waste and effluent in the water course. Fifth, discharging of city and treated water and effluent from industries, cities or towns or other human settlement. Sixth, dumping of city or town waste for the purpose of landfilling or otherwise. The existing practice, if any, shall be phased out within a reasonable time, not exceeding 3 years from the date of the notification. Seventh, dumping of ash or any waste from the date of notification. Eighth, land reclamation, building or distributing the natural course of seawater with similar observations, except those required for control of coastal erosions and maintenance or sandbar except tidal regulators, stormwater recharge. Ninth, mining of sand, rocks, other substratum material not available outside CRG area. 10. Harvesting or draw of groundwater and construction of transfer within 200 meter of high tide line. In 200 to 500 meter zone, it shall be permitted only when done manually through ordinary wells for drinking, horticulture, agriculture and fishery. 11. Construction activities in ecological sensitive area. And last, 12. Any construction between low tide line and high tide line except facilities for carrying treatment, effluent and waste discharge like oil, gas, similar pipeline, and dressing or altering of sand dunes, hill natural features including landscape, changes for beautification, recreational and other such purposes. With this, I would like to end this video. Thank you for watching.